Alright, what's going on, guys? Some of you might remember late last year, I believe October, November sometime, I had picked up a Mark III, a Sega Mark III from the guys who were at Risingstuff. It turned out that the power supply was completely shot and the hookups, none of it worked at all, and the hookups, the wires in there were fried out. So we tried for the last year or so to get a get Mark III, power supply and a television adapter, just so it could be a complete set, because the only reason I bought it was because it was a complete set and I wanted it just to have as a complete set for it to gain in value. Plus I also bought like 8 games with it and wanted to play. Anyways, they couldn't find one, and finally, we had been talking, and everything was cool. Everything's been cool the whole time, and he finally said, let's just get this out of the way. We got a Sega Master System in, complete, and it has all the parts. So basically, he just Alex over at there's Alex and Kevin over at Risingstuff went ahead and just sent me a whole other, Sega Master System, Japanese. As you know, I have Mark III. So I originally bought the Mark III, and the Mark III, this came right before the Master System. It's basically the same thing. The only difference is the Mark III can play SG-1000 cards, which is the first system. It's a little different. But anyways, I couldn't find the power supply for this. The games I have for this plays on this too. Like I said, they're essentially the same thing. The Master System was just made after this, and they took off a couple parts, and then the Master System, what was the item that was sold around the world, as most of you all know. So, the Mark III was the last system made in Japan by Genesis before it started hitting the world. And then I also got a few PC Engine games here. Two awesome games here I really wanted. Meguri, otherwise known as Hell Explorer. This is a really cool game, highly sought after. I got it for an awesome price, and this thing sells for like $50 plus on eBay just to try to find this game. But it's an awesome platformer. There's this little dude going around, and it's by Taito. And you're just a little dude exploring hell, so I can't wait for that. And this here is a game called Honey on the Road, and you're this little cactus guy. He kind of reminds me of Cactar. And this one is an interesting, side-scrolling platformer with just a lot of cool arcade qualities to it. So I will be doing gameplay videos of these two here eventually, and you can see there. That one's by Face. And there's another one called Honey in the Sky, which is kind of the same. But yeah, I can't wait to play these games. You'll see videos of these up this weekend, guys. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this Master System here. So yeah, so this is the Japanese Master System. So it advertises even, 3D attachments. You can have radio on there, it looks like, or had. Sega Master System. That's stylish, really stylish. Simple graphics on there, really just showed you what you were getting. That's pretty cool. Get that nice handle on the top. And the reason why they sent me this was because at least this way I could play the games I got. And like I told them, I'll take the time. I'll eventually find the sooner or later I'll eventually find the stuff I need. I'll find that power supply, I'll find the RF adapter, the AV cables, one or the other. Let's pop that open. So now I have a US Master System. I do not have a Japanese one. So now I do. And it looks like it's pretty darn complete. Even down to the little controller nubs that you screw into the tab of the controllers there. Just pop the whole thing out, screw them down in there. Good chance this might work on the one I have, Pluto's, and his power supply. And then we got the AV down there along with the other cables. Alright. Cool, cool. Yeah, so now with this, I can at least play those games that I had ordered when I got my Sega Mark III. But like I said, I'm not in any hurry right now. I've got so much going on. I'll probably look at this for a while before I actually get it up and running and try some of those games out. But this is here, it's ready to go, and that was pretty fast too. They shipped this out Sunday, I believe, and got here today. So, alright guys, well, thanks for checking that out, and you know what, we got some time here. Let's go ahead and look at the inside of these games here. There's always really cool artwork inside these things. They're like little clay pictures. That's funny. Dragons crying. As you can see, the games, there's like a lot of these little roads, there's like 6 or 7 on the screen like this, and you just pop between them, collecting stuff, dodging enemies. Here's what I love about these PC Engine. And any of you guys who collect these know what I'm talking about. This is why you buy a game with the manual in the case, not just the cue cards alone, is because half of the collecting of them is looking here at all these the cute little graphics and stuff, and reading about the little enemies there. That guy's funny. An octopus with a cannon. Something with a cannon mouth. That silly looking guy. An angry pot. A jack-o'-lantern cactus. I think looks pretty funny. Yeah, some of these manuals are the best. Look at that. Look, item screen. So those are all the items you can get in the game. Your pogo stick, swords, 10-ton weight, extra life, 1-up. Oh, rolling hula hoop. What's he thinking? Something in the trash. These are hints and stuff. See, there's more what the screen looks like. Then you got roads and stuff you go up and down on. Face Scramble Plaza. I don't know how much bulk detail you can see with these flip cameras here, but that's cute. Look at that little, it's like a sound check for the game. Face Scramble Club. And there's some games. That must be Honey in the Sky. Alright. Jigoku Meguri. Yeah, this is one of those games I saw, you know, I wanted this game right away, and it took a year, but one finally popped up at a reasonable price. I don't, like some of you guys know I don't buy on eBay. But I know a lot of stores in Japan, a lot of places that get stuff. You just gotta check every day and make sure and see what's popping up. Because, I mean, I've gotten games like I got Cotton for, I paid $20-something for that game. Maybe 30-something for Cotton. And, you know, I mean, and that's the value. I mean, I don't know if that's the value of it. I don't know exactly how much I paid. Somewhere around there, I think, though. Maybe 39 tops. But, you know, some games, they're just way overpriced here in America for the Japanese games. You want to get them from the Japanese stores and whatnot. Yeah, these graphics here are too exciting. Here, this bald-headed monk that goes around throwing balls from his chain of beads. There's a map, that looks cool. And of course there will be an item list. Some enemies. Cool. Alright guys, well, stay tuned later for some gameplay of that stuff. As I will have some of it up, and then I think later tonight, if any of you still want that 7 hours of gameplay for StarCraft, just make sure to check out that video comment, because tonight I think I'm going to pull the names for that. If you don't hear about it tonight, check tomorrow morning, see who won. Alright guys, peace.